go.
There's no questions.
Well, then you're off. That was real easy. Oh, God.
Oh, how was car training today? I wonder if they can hear me. Hopefully they can. Car training was good. I did, I don't know, you guys probably know how many puppies I did more than I know. Probably 6 or so, 7. The two that did the best, in my opinion, were Grumman and Zeppelin. Jet was a little scared to make the jump out of the car. She did it twice, but otherwise was nervous. Most of them did really well with the leash too, so that was good. It was a good day. Oh, have you thought of your funniest training story? The only thing I could think of this weekend was, actually I thought about it when I was talking to my mom, and that was when I started training 2 years ago. I was terrified of a dog pooping on me in public.
Well, you're getting over that, aren't
Right,
you?
so I'm just waiting.
It hasn't happened to you yet?
No, wait, so months go by, still hasn't happened. I'm I know it's going to happen at some point.
Yep.
So I had Tizzy, who now belongs to my mom, on an overnight with me at my house. And my husband and I...
Oh, my God, this is going on and on here.
Oh, no.
Go ahead.
I'm being...
There you go. I lost the track of what we were talking about.
Pooping in public.
Oh, pooping. Go ahead. I'll try and remember.
So we go to Lowe's. We're walking around. She's doing great in the store. We get all the way to the front, and she lets go a huge pile of poo, right? And of course, my first reaction is, it's finally happened. Yes. And then I'm like, oh, it's happened, you know. Did I have any supplies in my jacket? No.
Oh, well, then you're learning.
So I left my husband there rolled the shopping cart over it, ran to the checkout to grab plastic bags and paper towels out in the bathroom. And we made it out, and I was no longer a poop virgin.
And now you carry supplies.
And now it's happened to me, I don't know how many times. One pooped on me today, so poop happens.
Poops happen.
Sorry if this already has been covered. Are Asher and Orville in timeout or quarantine? They don't seem to like being stuck in that room. No, they're not. We kind of made the decision today, because we have an odd number of dogs in the calorie and minion groups, that we would try one of each group together so that we can pair them 2 by 2. They were in the house for a little while today, and because we're pairing them 2 by 2, we're 1 kennel short right now, with Deagle being wrapped up. So we're improvising with the feed room kennel. So that's where they're going to be tonight. What is the goal for puppies on overnight? I'm assuming that you're asking about a puppy going with a volunteer, maybe? Yeah, I guess I'll touch base on both. Puppies or any dog really that goes on an overnight visit with a volunteer or a staff member, we're really just, with volunteers in particular, we're just having them work on house manners, keeping their nose off the counter, hopefully not going to the bathroom inside, just giving them a little bit of a different experience than sleeping in the kennel every day. And so that's what we do there. Trainers, I take dogs on overnights. Megan does, Steve does. Obviously, we tend to take those dogs out and invest a lot while they're with us. Usually I take a dog to gymnastics with kids and different experiences.
When you take one overnight, though, you don't take it out in public and all the rest of them. Is that correct?
Do I?
No, anybody else.
No, that's what I just said. So volunteers do not take the dog and vest, but trainers may. Puppies on overnights here in the house, really we just do it for, you kind of do some training with them here.
The Yuppie Puppy, I've been working on it full time.
Yes. Yuppie puppy in the house. Also just gives the house or each dog something different, a time in the house. So we just started a
Are
new
you staying there
rotation.
doing nothing?
I'm listening.
Oh, good. Could you just put firewood on while you're listening?
Sure thing.
Before the fire goes out? I bet you can. That was a good answer.
Katie, one pup today with the load unload training was
Good.
a hoot, was a thinker, went outside the door instead of coming out the rear. What was your idea about that? Yes, that was Jet. My car is interesting. I have these hatch doors that open this way. My goal was to have them load in the side, but then come out the back when I said it was okay. So most of them got that really well. They would jump right out. And actually, she jumped out the first time, but she took a kind of leaping jump, and I think it scared her a little bit. She did it a second time, but the third time, she's like, I don't know. But I had that side hatch door open. And I'm calling her, and she looks at me, and she looks back. She went out the side door. And I'm
Good
like,
for her.
my first reaction to that was, you're a smart girl.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
How many did I work with today? One-on-one. 11.
If you get it wrong, they're going to tell you.
I know, right? All three groups minus 4. 18. 18 I did today. In some capacity. Including the sick dogs. Who aren't really sick. Katie, sometimes I see Steve leaning over and glancing at rear legs when meal time, wondering what he's looking for.
Who?
Steve, looking at legs at meal time.
Oh.
We're just kind of looking to see if their back end is square and if there's any, I don't know, irregularities in their
I can tell that
structure.
from up here.
Right. The whole reason we do it is so Carlene can watch on camera to see their back ends. But sometimes we might pop over if we see something, or I don't know, we could see a bug on them. Click it off. Could be anything.
A snowball. Chunk of ice.
What is the purpose of focus training or watch me training?
You don't do. Is this their risky man? The nose picking?
I don't pick my nose. I personally, we talked about, I like the dog to kind of pay attention to what I'm doing. But a treat works with that. Carlene, just talking to the dog, you're right. Just anything to kind of keep their attention. I guess personally the way I look at it is if they're distracted with something else, sometimes I'll just say the words, watch me, just to have them look towards me and kind of regain their attention.
Why wouldn't you say their name?
Oh, I do, yeah. Jet, watch me. Grumman, watch me. Do any puppies stand out to you yet? I don't know. I mean, they're all doing pretty well in general.
They're all puppies.
It's some days, some are great. Today, I would say Zeppelin and Grumman did really well with the car and walking on a leash. Tomorrow it could be somebody different.
Tomorrow could be the exact opposite. They could be flying all over the place.
Exactly. So it's kind of hard.
They're teenagers.
What corrections do you use? Can I say them on camera?
You put $1 in the pot.
Oh, okay. Well, sometimes I'll pop a puppy in the nose if they're doing something that's not on their turn. I tell them to knock it off. Mind your manners. When a puppy jumps on me, I whack the side of their chest or wherever to tell them no. You just talk to the dog, really. What dog makes you laugh the hardest? I don't really know the answer to that. I don't know about laughing necessarily. past you had to teach a dog to assist a recipient with whom they've been paired? Wheelchair training was pretty difficult.
Really?
I mean, it's just
It's different.
I mean, you're trying to keep the dog parallel to you and not cutting in front of you. You don't want to hit them with the wheels. And so Ethel, I mean, that was new to me, I guess, if you want to call it difficult.
They take the wheelchair pulling very quickly.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was just probably more teaching me than the dog at that point. Whenever dog walks upstairs, do you always want them to step low, or just, for example, a volunteer, would it not matter if the dog walks up the stairs on his own? In terms of a service dog, I kind of feel like they should be doing step low every time, because if you allow a dog, service dog, to run up the stairs all the time at home, or just because you don't necessarily need the service dog in that capacity at that time in your life, one day you might, and then it's kind of the use it or lose it. So I tend to, anytime we go out in public, always step low or step low up or down the stairs, and I always encourage the recipients to do the same, just so they don't lose that skill. Do recipients of service dogs have to continue on training their dogs to suit their individual requirements? I think it's kind of a perpetual, you're always training.
Whenever you handle an animal, you're training it.
Yeah, so essentially...
Or untraining it.
Exactly. Essentially, the recipients that we have are always training their dogs. And we do continue to work with them a lot. I get questions all the time about how would I do this, or this is going this way, and so sometimes we're meeting back up with those people to give them some tricks and tips, but they're always working with their dogs, they're always training their dogs. Is there a service dog that stands out as one you thought might not make it, but then when you trained it, made it? Yes, that was Dolly. I think we were gonna keep Dolly as a breeder at one point, and some guy was gonna take her, and didn't happen. And so I really liked her and took to her, and so I really kind of pushed for her to go back in training, and now she's with Brenda, and they are a fabulous team. I couldn't be happier with that. Do you work with train the recipients based on their specific balance, walking needs, and established patterns? Yes, absolutely. Not everybody walks at the same pace. We have some recipients that, you know, when they first come here, they might have been even using a walker, so their pace might be really slow or very unsteady. So a dog maybe needs to go very slow. And then we have some recipients, you know, that their disability isn't quite as progressed, and so pace isn't as much of an issue for them. So definitely the dog has to match that pace. Do my dogs react to the smelling of puppies? Yes, when I get home every day, I'm mauled by my dogs. Is any of the puppy bigger than the others?
Mm-hmm.
By litter,
That Merlin there's big.
Asher's big out of his group. Kringle was very big for that group, although with being ill, she lost a few pounds. But in general, she's kind of got a bigger frame, in my opinion. Who will be the first to take a pup on an overnight? Will you? I have no idea who will be first. I'm sure at some point all 31 puppies will be at my house.
At the same time?
No, my husband will kill me. All right, I think that's it.
Okay.
Hopefully I answered your questions. If I didn't, I'll try to go back through the comments and answer them later.
We started this for just 10 minutes because basically your job is to train the dogs.
Right.
So you should be out training and then come in here at the last minute and
Right.
answer questions. Not come in here at say 4 o'clock and say, well, I'll just wait.
Oh, no, I
No.
just was saying because it was going
Yeah.
past, we had a lot of questions.
Yeah.
that-
No, well, then compact the questions all
In a
together.
small time frame.
That's
Got
right.
it.
Yeah, because basically, well, these 3 trainers have to be out training the dogs. It's very nice to have them talk to you for a few minutes,
Yeah.
but anyway, okay.
Agreed. See you
So
guys.
Teddy, are you on? You're